that creates stress for me personally. I really enjoy being able to kind of like have it just be a part of who I am. You know, like my mom is medically disabled, and she just had her second knee replacement. She's going to have both of her feet surgery on both of her feet, and next year or the year after she'll get her hip replacement. My mom can't even open her palm. My mom's arthritis is so bad, she has a like it's like a lobster claw hand.
Mm.
And I moved because my mom can't.
Mm.
And my grandmother on my father's side, she had crippling arthritis, and I took care of her the year before she passed away, and her spine was collapsing. And I saw for many years how arthritis affected my grandmother, and she was from a different generation. She grew up in an orphanage, you know, like she was born in 1914. Exercise was not
Mm.
a part of her life. And I've since, you know, my mom was 20 when she had me. My mom is very young. And I have distinct memories of when I was my son's age. My son is 12. And my mom would come home and she's like, "You rub my feet. My feet are killing me." My mom had genetically just bad joints, dealt a really shitty hand, and she's lived in chronic pain her whole life. My approach to movement and training is more than the numbers and everything like that, because life is more than just that. And that's why, like, there's, like we mentioned, there's a time and place for, you know, everything, but we've gotten so far removed from our connections to movement, or we judge others so much. Like with social media, people take one clip and one photo and they create this assumption in dialogue. But at the end of the day, if we're capable and able, that is incredible. And that's why I think of, you know, I'm so inspired by those who have come before me, you know, because I think it's a lifelong commitment to yourself and not the ego. It's beyond that, because at the end of the day, we may, like, we're all on this podcast together. We don't know what we're going to be in 20, 30 years. And we could look back and say, I was capable then. I tapped into my movement potential, and that's important.
Wow, I think that's a fantastic
There you go.
kind of way to start to wrap up. That was really really
I
powerful.
think that, I was like, oh, I was like almost kind of teary eyed. Like,
I'm ready to do another hour now after that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think that was, but I mean that, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a cliche and a bit of a, you know, this, you know, people talking about their why and all this sort of thing, but that just, you know, just the background there, the kind of the context, I suppose, that you gave, you know, your life and your practice and your passion, for, you know, talking about your mother and your grandmother there is fantastic. And I think that will resonate with so many of our listeners. So thank you so much.